Interpreting word problems. So let's take a look at a word problem with an equation in slope-intercept form and see if we can figure out what each of the numbers in our equation represent. The cost y in dollars for making friendship bracelets is y equals 0.5x plus 2, where x is the number of bracelets. So they've defined the variables for us. Y is the cost in dollars, so our output is a cost. X is the number of bracelets, so our input is how many bracelets that we have made. We're going to graph the equation. We're going to interpret the y-intercept, and then we're going to interpret the slope. So again, remember, interpreting means we're going to tell what that number represents as far as the story goes. So we need to talk about our friendship bracelets. So first I'm going to graph the equation. I only need the first quadrant since when we talk about dollars and bracelets, I'm going to have positive numbers. So I've only shown the first quadrant here. I've given myself my number of bracelets, which are my x, so those are my input on my x-axis. I've given my dollars on my y-axis. That's my output on my y-axis. When I look at my graph, I go to graph this. I know my y-intercept is 2, so that's where I'm going to start my line. And I know my slope is 0.5. If I want to think about that as a ratio of rise over run, that's 1 over 2. So I graph my y-intercept here at 2, and then I do a rise of 1, a run of 2. Rise of 1, run of 2. Rise of 1, run of 2. That gives me a nice straight line, as it should. So I'm going to draw a line with an arrow on the end showing this pattern continues. Doesn't make sense to draw an arrow to the left because I can't make a negative number of bracelets. So there's my graph. Second part, what does the y-intercept mean? Well, the y-intercept is 2, and if I think about what this means, that's saying that I have 0 bracelets and it's costing me $2. So it costs $2 to make 0 bracelets. So maybe you have to buy, maybe you have a special machine that makes your bracelets and it's going to cost you $2. It's not very expensive. Or maybe you have some type of form that you put things on, or some products that you need to start making your bracelets that doesn't get used up in your bracelets. It's going to cost you $2 before you actually start making any bracelets. Our slope, which is 0.5, if I think about that as my rise and run, that's 1/2. And remember, rise over run. Rise is my cost, and run is my number of bracelets. So this is cost per bracelet. That's what my slope is going to stand for. So it costs 50 cents to make 1 bracelet. So the materials that I'm using up as I make my bracelet, it costs me 50 cents for 1 bracelet. So when we interpret that slope, think about the rise over the run. The rise over the run, that's going to represent what our slope means. So graphing a line and then interpreting as far as what does it mean in the story of the word problem.